Warning. This podcast contains explicit sexual language and should only be listened to at work if you're looking for an excuse to connect with your HR representative. Additionally, all mentions of the word women include cis and trans women. If you are genderqueer, gender fluid, figuring it out, anything in between, and feel like this conversation is also important for you, you are welcome here.
Will you open up with me? These pages, they can feed your innermost desires. Do you feel inspired? Are you getting what you need? Are you coming curiously? A secret safe with me. And here you can simply be yourself. Sweet romance. Come on in, come on in, come on.
Hi, y'all. This is Jace. She, they, and you found Jace Reads Romance, a community dedicated to empowering women about sex and sexuality through the reading of romance novels. I have a very lighthearted episode today. I want to go into this episode with love and silliness and joy, and understand, those who are listening and even those who are watching, that this is all for fun. Nothing about this episode is serious. And these are going to be a lot of my personal opinions, subjective opinions. If you're not sure what subjective versus objective is, go back, listen to those episodes. These are purely subjective opinions, and also hopefully a moment for us all to calm the fuck down a bit, okay? We are going to talk about bookshelves. I know. It's a hot, divisive topic. We all see and compare. Maybe the book looks a little neater on the other side of the camera. Can't believe it. Oh, I'm so jealous. Oh, who the fuck cares? Is the answer.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to, number one, say, you do not have to own a single physical book to be a reader.
No.
Nope.
Not at all.
Your books can all be from the library. They could all be digital. They could be audiobooks. You do not have to own a single physical book to be a reader. Mm-mm. You do not have to own a certain threshold of books to be a reader. No. You might be, I know people who buy books and then they send them on their way. They put them in little free libraries. They sell them back. They're not rereaders. They don't like trophies. You might purchase books and send them on their way. And so in your life, you only have the books that you are actively reading or about to read.
And that's
I don't know
okay.
how your TBR shrunk to a reasonable amount, but that's fine.
That's
Again,
fine.
every option is fine.
Yes.
You might have a small collection of books. Great. You might only collect special editions or trophies, books that you've already read, books signed by authors. You might only read or own and keep in your home hardcovers or paperbacks. All of that is fine. What this is a no, judging of the human zone. You can judge someone's aesthetic. You can say that's not aesthetically pretty to me, or here's my secret confession / hot take. I think rainbow books look beautiful. My brain cannot use that as a system because I cannot remember the color of books.
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
Like if you asked me what the color of a book was, like if you looked at like the back of
Oh,
my
do you mean
shelves,
like
like
organizing your bookshelf by color?
yes,
Okay, I
color.
got you. I follow.
Thank you. The rainbow books. Oh, did you think I meant like rainbow books, like queer
Well,
books?
I
No.
thought you meant like a book series that was like all different colors. I didn't know what you
Oh,
thought. I didn't know what you
which
meant. So,
again is like there are book series that come in all different colors and then you
yeah.
separate them. I would never remember
Yeah.
what book is what color
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
I think aesthetically it's lovely, but if you
Yes.
asked me to use that library, I would give up. Like I'd be like, no. And if you asked like, hey, find these 5 books and I'll give you $1 million, the library is rainbow. You don't know what the color the spines are. It's done.
Sorry.
I'm
That's
gone. So I have lost $1 million.
$1 million is gone out the
I will
window.
attempt to use my time wisely, but it will not happen. Also, some books have multiple colors on them. Like, how do you judge which? I'm looking at my shelf. So I have obviously the shelves behind me, but I also have shelves on the other side of me.
Y'all don't even
there.
realize how many shelves there are in Jace's office.
Wait, do we want to count how many separate bookcases there are in my office? Okay, so like full disclosure, this is just me. I don't think you need this many bookcases.
No.
I honestly don't need this many bookcases. I need like 3 more. Because there are books piled in places.
I was like, how many piles are on your floor?
5. And that also doesn't count like oh god. Okay, so how many bookcases are in my office technically?
Yeah.
1 with books piled on top. 2, 3 with 3 layers of books piled on top. 4 with books piled on top. 5, 6, 7. 7.
7. And you need 3 more. So you would.
Oh, I definitely would need 3 more. Like
So
to
you would
be
need 10.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be comfortable, I would need 10. I actually have debated moving or buying because there's truly no room in this space to have another bookshelf. Unless I don't like decide windows are just
Not
negotiable.
necessary.
Like,
Yeah.
which is not true because I need the light. But I was debating, do I get like a repeat of the bookshelf for all the books that I've already read
Oh,
and put it somewhere else? I don't know. Or do I like separate all of my special editions somewhere else so they can be pretty?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know the answer. The answer right now is I have 5 piles of books on my floor.
Not to mention books piled on top of the bookshelves. And
I do. Well, I guess like at the top of these, they're double stacked in the back. And then also if I'm lazy and I don't want to get my step stool to like actually put a book, I'll just shove a book on top of the books. But my books have an order to them. So so now that we've hopefully covered, number 1, I hope we've covered that, like, I don't care how many books you have. There's no need.
It's not a requirement. The number of books that you have is not a requirement to make you a reader. If you read, listen, or whatever to books, you are a reader. If you enjoy books, you're a reader. That's the only
the only thing I would say is keep your book spending within your financial ability.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
That's it. Like the only reason I would ever say like maybe you're buying too many books is if you are putting yourself in financial harm by buying books. And I would say that about anything, going out to eat, buying shoes, any sort of spending habit you have that is negatively impacting your financial security on a really big scale. That's That's the only reason I would say don't buy so many books. Like,
yeah, I would agree with that.
That's it. So now that we've talked about and we've like hit home, and that's a non-negotiable opinion for this episode. So if you disagree that there's a certain threshold or you have to have a certain number of books to become a reader, I'm going to break it to you. Jace Reads Romance might not be the community for you because we love people where they are.
Yep. Yeah.
Unless you just want to listen to this as rage bait for yourself to like have the argument in your head, because you're not having it with me. I'm having this discussion with Sephie. Unless that's what you're listening to this episode for, and it does something cathartic within you, this might not be the episode or the community for you.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, you get enough rage bait with the world already, so you don't need it here.
There are people who love that shit.
I know, and I don't get it.
So, next we're going to talk about how one might organize their books.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is there's no right answer. Exactly. For some people, the rainbow is everything they've needed.
I have
For
a friend,
others, yes,
I have a friend who his goal was to get to a place where he could do the rainbow organization, and he finally did it. Like before I moved to Texas and before he moved to Washington D.C., he and his wife finally got it figured out where they were able to do it with their bookshelf, and I got to see it, and I was like, Anthony, I am so impressed, but I could never do that because it meant like I could not physically. I love the aesthetic. Like I love how it looks. I think it's gorgeous.
Yep.
My brain doesn't work that way. Like I cannot. Like I'll tell you in a little bit how my bookcase is organized. We can talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
But like I think it looks so pretty, and the people who can handle it being organized that way, kudos to you. Because
or like if you have all the sprayed edged books and you know what every book is by the sprayed edges alone,
right?
Amazing.
So amazing. My brain just
I have no clue.
Doesn't work that way. I cannot.
No, I have most of my sprayed edge books facing me, like especially the hardcovers facing me. And if you pointed to some of them, especially the ones I haven't read yet, and said like, which one is this? I'd be like, that's a book. I don't know. I think I posted a video on the social media world because I used to have all of my like hardcover sprayed edge books back here for aesthetic. And then I realized I had no idea what the books were. And so I posted some video that was like, anybody know what books these are? Because I do not know until I turn them around. And there were people who were like, who knew all of my books.
All of them? That's so impressive.
Or a good chunk of them. Or, you know, I think I got all of them answered in the comments of that, which was fun. So I'm going to tell you how I organize my books because I have hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 categories just in my office. Like, these are all the books that I have purchased specifically for Jace Reads Romance, and I use and I reference for this. Like, my J.R. Ward books, they don't live here. My Anita Blake books, they don't live here. Vampire Academy, no. Those are series that I cannot think rationally about, and so I don't bring them into the Jace Reads Romance space. Even my, like, the Meg Cabot series, the Mediator series. No. Cannot think rationally about that. Or I do have literary fiction. Like, that does exist. I have manga They exist.
What?
And they don't, but I do. I do. And they don't exist in this office because they don't technically meet the qualifications for the Jace Reads Room and Space. Anyway, so here, I think I just said I have 7 different categories of books that I have physically separated.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
I'll go from smallest category. No, I'm just going to do this in my usual chaos way. I have physical arcs. Physical arcs I consider one category because they are not completed books. They probably are going to be edited. They will often look different than the finished books. Their spines are different. They have dates on them. So I keep my physical arcs out of the general population.
Fair.
And it's a very small category. I don't have a ton of physical arcs. My other category that's a little bit small are my nonfiction books about women, society, romance, sex. I have a collection up there. It's where my ethical slut lives. If y'all haven't listened to that episode, you should. But so they are up there. I reference them very infrequently. And so they are one of the piles on top of a bookshelf. Now, to be fair, the piles are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 or 11 books. I have 3 piles of like 11 books each. And then I also squeeze some books in between the piles to like keep
it's like 45 or so books up
That
there.
is the only thing I've actually done in a rainbow because it's such a small category.
Right.
I think if you watch my bookshelf evolution, they used to live here and I had them in a rainbow because they were all on one shelf. And I knew that even if I couldn't remember what the color of the spine was, all I had to do was look on this shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the only thing I've ever rainbowed. I have all of my hardcovers together.
Okay.
And that's because the discrepancy in size between a paperback and a hardcover just really annoys me. I do care about some aesthetics. So all of my hardcovers are over there in one section, piled, and there are piles and piles of them as well because I keep buying really nice hardcovers. It's annoying. I just realized I have like subdivided this next category. I have special editions also over here. And on the top in the piles are special editions I got mainly through special edition. No, all of them are different. Shit. Okay, so, but like I count special editions as anything that wouldn't be sold in a store. So like Cover Snob, Bad Women Books, Satisfiction, probably Smut. They don't have the ISBN numbers on them. Even special editions from authors that they sell exclusively at events. You'll notice that some of those don't have ISBN numbers. I don't know if that's the correct acronym for what it is. All of my Lord's books from Chantal Tessier are
maybe you mean
special
like
editions.
The UPC barcode, because from my understanding, they have an ISBN
called ISBN. Yes, so they're all registered.
Right.
All of the barcodes. That's what I mean, like a barcode, an ISBN number. So if you have signing editions of books, they don't have ISBN numbers. So my entire Lord series is one of those. It makes it really annoying for putting into things like Labib or one of those libraries that you scan stuff into. You have to do it manually. But I love my books. Love my books.
Of course.
So those are all the special editions. And then I have all the books that I have read on a massive floor to almost ceiling bookshelf. And everything, when I'm done reading and filming about it, goes over there. I have my TBRs divided into two categories, which sometimes annoys me and sometimes doesn't. I have cis het white books. The authors are white. The characters are cis het. Cool. Now, if you ask me about like Liz Tom Forty, who writes biracial couples, I still have her in my cis het white category because I consider a book of color if it's written by an author of color and not an author of color. I do consider a queer book any queer story, which I know is not how everybody considers it. But I don't expect to know the sexuality of all of my authors. And I think anyone can write, not anyone can write anything, because they're absolutely insensitive, horrible books written by people who have no idea what they're talking about, and trying to like get into the marginalized community in a really icky way. I tend to not read those books or get rid of them as quickly as possible. And then the other category is everything that falls under author of color or queer story. And I thought about dividing it separately, but I also have books that are both queer stories by authors of color. And then how do you do that? So this is the divide that works easiest for my brain.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then within, full disclosure, the hardcovers and the special editions are a shit show. That's where most of the piling happens. But for the books I've read and the active TBR of paperbacks, they are alphabetical by author's last name.
Yeah.
Which is how my brain wants them to be, but is very confusing when a book event that I've been to organizes authors alphabetically by first name.
What?
And so then I have to hop around the list or hop around my bookshelves. It's very confusing for me. I don't like it.
I guess growing up, having everything like from school seating charts to whatever other lists being alphabetized by last name, having lists being alphabetized by first name is weird to me.
So weird to me. So weird.
So that just boggles my mind.
It's so odd. There was a moment this year where I thought I might just have to redo these entire bookshelves by first name, so it's easier for me to find authors for all of the events. I did not.
Good for you. Good for you.
Thank you.
Well,
tell us how you. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, not only that, the library does it by author's last name. So, like, why are book events doing it by first name? All right. So, as my turn to talk about my book,
it is your turn. I want to know how you organize your books.
All right. So, my bookshelf, I only have one in my room.
That's fine. Again, great. Wonderful.
Yeah. I have a lot more books. I just have the one bookshelf. So there are piles as well scattered around my room. The piles have no rhyme or reason. Mainly it's books I haven't read that I need to read. But the shelf itself, so it's organized in, I have comic books at the very top. And then I have like all of I have a degree in literature. So I have all of my school books are next. Yep. So it's like Shakespeare and Chaucer and like all of it.
Yes. So like have a separate bookshelf out there that is all Shakespeare.
Yeah. So it's all my school books that I used for my studies. And then it's like nonfiction books that I've picked up from people along the way. There's not very many. I prefer fiction as a person, so there's not a lot. And then after that, it's fiction. And
Mm-hmm.
I organize it by author, last name,
Mm-hmm.
and I keep series together. So
Yeah.
um, in order if I can.
Yes.
So yeah, so like I have the Lord of the Rings and I have like the Chronicles of Narnia series,
Mm-hmm.
and all of those are in, well, Chronicles of Narnia. You can do it two ways. I know there are two separate ways to organize it.
Is
There
that
are.
true? I've never read them.
Yes, there's publication order and then there's narration order, because they weren't published in the order that the story is told.
Oh, I'd hate that.
Yeah, because he yeah, it's weird, but I think I have, if I remember correctly, I think I have it in story order. So it starts with
Mm-hmm.
The Magician's Nephew, which is the first book in the series story wise, and then The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and so on. Yeah, yeah, and then I have The Lord of the
I'm
Rings.
shocked that this very like vaguely disguised Christian book never made it into my hands as a child. Shocked.
Well, I mean, he technically wrote it as like bedtime stories for his grandchildren or for his children. I don't remember, one of the two, but
I don't know. My understanding of it is that it's very
oh, yeah,
heavily rooted.
Aslan is Jesus, like 100%. That's the lion.
Thank you.
Yep, yep, yep. That's the lion. He is Jesus. Like
Yes,
it's
that's what I keep hearing.
very
And so
obvious.
I've never really felt the need to read it or watch the movies.
I think as a piece of literature, because of the group of literary forces that C.S. Lewis was a part
Mhm.
of,
Yeah.
it is something that will live on. And I love the
Oh,
books. I love the
yeah.
stories. I mean, my phone background has been a quote from the books for years now. It's "Courage, dear heart," which is a line that Aslan says to Lucy when she's starting to have doubts and starting to doubt herself. And so, like,
I don't I don't know
no,
what's happening. But like again,
okay,
it's not a
it's
book that I think is bad
no,
or like
no, no,
I don't
no, no.
care.
It's no, no, no. It's I don't know. I love them as a series.
Yeah. Okay, so you all of your fiction together
Yes,
in alphabetical order by author's last name, and you keep series
keep
together.
series together. Like I have all of the Cassandra Clary books, like all three series. I have
Mhm.
all. Yeah, I have the Clockwork Princess series, City of Bones series, and then I think I have the other one I don't remember. But yeah,
Mhm.
I have them all together on the shelf within their separate series. So
Yes,
yeah,
that's what you do.
that's what you do.
My Laura K. Hamilton books are divided into Anita Blake and Mary Gentry.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But they're all together because they're all Laurel K. Hamilton.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see this pile, but this is Sierra Simone. These
Yes.
are two different series of hers,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
they're in order
Yes. Yep.
within the series.
Yep.
Now that we've talked about how we organize books, and there are people who also can think with spatial awareness that I do not have, who know, okay, I can arrange my books so that I have this amount of space and I can
Yeah.
turn these forward facing and I can display these series in different ways. Number one, I don't have enough space on my bookshelves to think of anything but optimizing space,
Right.
is a sad truth.
Yes.
Um, but I'm also whenever I get a new bookshelf and I'm like, I now have space to make it aesthetically pleasing. I just stare at my bookshelf and go, how?
Right? I'm just like, okay, now I have space for this book series and this book series, and we're just going to push them here. Like,
the only reason, the only reason these are sideways is because I have so many Sierra Simone books that it takes up less space to be sideways than it does for them to be upright.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have a few more elsewhere who are like that. And then, so I want to say, like, there are ways that you can deal with aesthetics of books, even if you're just dealing with books, by understanding how space works. I do not. And choosing certain covers or series to face out or display. There's part of me that feels like, wow, wouldn't that be great if I could do that and highlight certain things and make it really pretty behind my head for episodes, and I can't. I don't have.
You need to like become friends with someone who works in a indie bookstore. We become friends. You are friends with someone who works in an indie bookstore.
I think if they walked into my office, they would cry. Like, the piles, they would be like, why do you do this? Like, why have you made it so? One of my book friends, I think it was, I was bemoaning my lack of space for more books. And I don't own this apartment, but there is a little bit of space over the window. And she's like, if you could, do you think you could, like, put a shelf over the windows and then you could display your hardcovers out like that, like with all the sprayed edges? I'm like, number one, you believe that I can use tools, and that is so flattering. And number two, how the fuck would I get them? Like,
right?
No.
Right.
So my only option right now in terms of adding more books into this space is like building shelves into the wall, which I have considered.
Yeah.
Right? So now that we've talked about how many books, how one might organize them, how one might organize them within their own little subgenre. And I know people who, like, if you have smaller categories than I do, my nonfiction category is rainbow because it's a shelf.
Right.
Like, I can handle it for a shelf.
Right. Not the whole library.
No. Now, the last thing I'm going to just touch upon, and this is where it gets even more personal, y'all, even more personal, is, do you decorate your bookshelf? And if so, with what? If you're not sure what my answer is, please go anywhere you can see me on a video and look at the shelves behind me.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I choose to add a bit of whimsy to my bookshelves. And I do this
as well.
I do this with anything I goddamn want.
Right?
So I would love to be one of those book nook people. But as we've already talked about, I don't have the space on my shelves to not have books.
Right.
And this is where it gets a little crazy, because these shelves, so the shelves over there
that we don't see on the videos.
You don't see, thank God. You would, like my friend Caitlin is very particular about the aesthetics of her book. She needs the book to be pristine, and she reads them in ways that keep them pristine.
Right.
Could never.
No.
She would like scream in horror if she saw my shelves.
No.
But so all the shelves over there, number one, you don't see them, and number two, they're just a little bit different. They're deep enough that I can have one upright row, and then I will pick and choose a series to put horizontally in front, so that I get a little bit, and the reason I do this is I get a little bit more space on the shelves, but I can still see everything. So I have, because I love IKEA, and I am going to move. I'm renting here. So I have no idea what future apartments will hold. I don't want to buy really heavy, big, expensive bookshelves. So mine over here on these two sides are Billy's, and then I have a Kallax, and that's how I try to do it. So I can still see what's behind, but I get a little extra space, because if it's a really thin Billy, I'm pulling out like 4, maybe 5 books. If it's a full sized, I'm pulling out 10, 12 books. So I'm getting extra space there. I have chosen with the Billies in particular, especially because they're less stable, there's less structure specifically to the back of them, that I don't want to, and to fully double stack like I do here, I would have to push books against the back. I didn't want to do, I chose more shelves over fewer shelves and double stacking full rows. Now these are also IKEA, these big ones here and here. And so you can even see they are a couple inches deeper than this Billy right here. And you can see that if I tried to do it just
oh yeah, you can
book to
tell
book,
just
like they hang over,
here. Yeah.
like these hang over. So it's
Yeah.
not really deep enough, unless you're willing to push back. And all of the books that I have as extras on those hang over a little bit. Now, that's partially, again, there are only 4 or 5 of them. I'm not trying to do this to a whole row of books.
Right.
I'm just poorly organized in the middle shelves right now. But for these bigger ones, I chose to make one shelf much taller so I could double row it.
Right.
And on the top, because it's an open top, I also double rowed it. So I bought risers.
Okay.
And I have 2 vertical rows. On top, I have much taller risers because I can. There's no limit. And here I have like 2 3-inch risers. So it's a bit of a pain. And I have changed how I organize these. I used to do all the way across to all the way across in the back. And then that would just be such a pain when I was reorganizing my bookshelves, because it meant that I'd have to take both forward rows off to get to both back rows. And so this last time that I redid my bookshelves, or we're putting a significant number of books away, I have the back shelf goes into the front shelf alphabetically. The back shelf goes into the front shelf alphabetically.
Oh, I bet that's nice. I bet that's a lot easier.
I don't know if it's not like any different when I'm looking for books, but the next time I'm going to be rearranging books.
Yeah.
Someday. I hope it will be a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the end. So aesthetics of books in space. And then I have an array of things that I decorate my bookshelves with. And that's partially because on these deeper shelves, since not all of them are double stacked, I have all of this excess room in the front.
Right.
To put decorations.
Right. And I know that you like your plants and you like your little tchotchkes and...
What do I like? Oh, here's the funny thing is you can't even see how many plants I have.
I know.
Have you counted for you how many plants are in this office?
Once upon a time, but I know you've gotten more.
It's like in the 40s. I have like 40 distinct individual plants in this office.
Yes.
So, and those are all on the windowsills. They're mostly on the windowsills, but they do exist on my shelves as well.
Mm-hmm.
That one needs to be fixed. I have propagation stations like everywhere. So I have plants. I'm really into, this is not an ad for them, but I think they're so funny. These are called pushkins. I have
I love
3 of
them.
them.
I love them.
This is my favorite. If you can't see it, it says, "I'm fine. Everything is fine." And it's a dumpster on fire.
Yeah.
And they're little plushies. I have a Lego bouquet. I have a Lego typewriter. I have bookshelves from like bookish artisans. I have a book counter that I never update. This is never correct. It's never correct. Don't look at it and go, "Wow." No, it's
not
never correct. No. I should iron this so that it looks nicer, but I just stuck it because you can't, I don't know, you can kind of see the like ring around it. But
only a
I
little
cross
bit,
stitched
but it
a
looks
little bit.
great.
Thank you. I made it. I made her. I cross stitched her. So like that
She
was
looks
really
awesome.
of it. Thank you. And I have like all of my little, I have a bunch of little pride things. This is the most inappropriate one, but I love it the most. For those of you not looking at a video, it is a bunch of bananas that are opened, and the inside part of the banana is the pride flag colors.
It's amazing.
It's my favorite. I bought like a collection of prints this size, so I could switch them out. I have like 20 or something.
That's amazing.
But that's my favorite. And it's so funny because I look at my shelves all the time and I'm like, I know what it is, but I also don't always look at people's shelves or I forget what it is. So if you'd never seen my rainbow banana picture, now you have. I find these really useful for like when I'm half building a book. This one says the book was better, which is often true.
9 times out of 10, it's true.
9 times out of 10, and then I have a couple other like just wooden blocks that I can put places.
I like that.
Thank you. And so like I have the tiara that I got from Alyssa Cole on my first Steamy Lit. I have like this was this cup what came from like another bookish event. I have a mug that holds things from the Kickstarter with Jessica Cage for her most recent series, and they're fun ways to display like things of that nature, and a little bit of whimsy, though I will say they are also a pain in the ass when it comes to like adding in new books and rearranging, which is what, and I can never remember. I like take them off a shelf that I'm rearranging and then I can never remember what goes where, which is why stuff changes all the time. Constantly.
Yeah, I have a bunch of little like mini Marvel characters that sit up on my bookshelf, and I've got I think I have a Leatherface plushie that I got from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay.
He sits on my shelf. I've got a pride flag. Yeah, just got really random little decorations.
Random things. Totally random things, which I love. I love having them. I love seeing what other people put on their shelves too, because they're really fun. And sometimes I'll get ideas, and sometimes I'll look at something and go, "That looks so great." I would never do it. Like, and not for any bad reason. There are things that you can like that also aren't for you. You can think someone looks great in an outfit and never want to wear that outfit. Right. I look terrible in the color orange. There are lots of people who don't. Right. When they wear something orange and it looks amazing, I'm like, oh my God, what a fantastic outfit. If you put it on me, I'd look ridiculous.
But again, it's all subjective. Like all of it.
Subjective. Someone's going to comment on this and be like, I bet you look great in orange. Maybe to you I would look great in orange, but not to me. And no offense, I'm the one who matters. Like, what I hope this episode gave all of you is also a little bit of whimsy. Number one, reassurance that anything that you have is great.
Absolutely.
If what you do is, like, any form of book consumption is great. It does not have to be physical. You do not have to own them. You do not have to keep them.
No.
It doesn't matter. And that any way that you choose to organize is also great.
Yep.
How does your brain work? The only, like, kind of like the finances of it, if the only reason I would say change your system is if you are trying to emulate someone else, but it doesn't work for your brain.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
That's it. Like, if it doesn't work for your brain, I will never try to implement a rainbow system for all of my books because I would be lost. Just completely lost.
Right. You'd just be able to sit there and look at your very pretty bookshelves, but you wouldn't be
and every
able
time a TBR, I would never be able to pick one off the shelf and be like,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that whatever you choose to do aesthetically, so like organize the way that your brain organizes, and the way that you choose to do this aesthetically is all that matters to you. Like, if you find my books way too loud, that's okay. I know there are also people who like the pages out.
Yeah.
Because they think, like, it calms their brain.
Right. It's a clean look that, like, it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Or they have, like, very specific things that they decorate with that are all in one family or bring it all together. I don't know how to bring it all together. Like, I don't know how to make a cohesive visual experience.
I have a horror movie villain on my bookshelf, so as a plushie, like, it makes no sense. So
no. I'm trying to look and see, like, what other weird things. I mean, I have so many plants. I have a lot of plants.
The end thing is, do whatever makes you happy when it comes to organizing and decorating or not decorating your bookshelf.
Yeah. If you don't have something nice to say about someone else's bookshelves, that comment can stay in your brain or in your group chat. The person who owns those shelves doesn't need to know. If you think my plushies, my little pushkins are stupid, that's fine. I am not telling you to buy them. I am not telling you to enjoy them. I am sharing a fact about myself that I enjoy them. And the only possible thing that could happen from you saying something like, those are stupid, they make you look like a child, is, number one, I'm 30 fucking... How old am I? 7. I'm 37. I'm not a goddamn child. And 2, your only other goal could be to hurt my feelings. Is, like, really? That's...
Like...
Why?
Yeah, why?
You need to... You're so enraged by my pushkins that you need to come and try to shame a 37-year-old woman about her bookshelf? I need you to, like, check your own insecurities on that one.
Yeah.
So, in the depth of the winter, when the sun has not been seen for days, we hope discussing bookshelf aesthetics. Oh, I mean, I think the longest record in Chicago is like 42 days without sun. So, you know.
It was so dramatic.
I hope this brought you joy, a smile. If you listen to this with your ears normally and you feel like you're missing out, don't worry. We do post these videos the Monday after on YouTube. And if you're not sure where that is, look up Jace Reads Romance on you. I am Jace Reads Romance everywhere.
Yes.
No,
Yep,
no periods, underscores, no like anywhere that I want to be or don't want someone impersonating me, I have that handle. So, so go find me on YouTube if you want to actually see what I'm pointing to or in the direction of when it comes to my bookshelves.
And go out and enjoy your bookshelves and however you decorate them. Find your little moments of whimsy and just find those happy moments in this very, very crazy world.
Yes. Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Jace Reads Romance is a 3 Paws Productions podcast. Produced by Sephie, edited by Michael Achenbach. Our theme song is written and performed by Diana Weishauer. For show notes and more, head to www.jacereadsromance.com. That's JAYCE Reads Romance. Follow us on socials at Jace Reads Romance everywhere. Have a question, story, or book recommendation you know I'll love? Email Jace at jacereadsromance.com or call and leave a voicemail at 661-JACE-RR. That's 661-529-2377. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you're listening to this podcast. And as always, this is Jace, holding space for you.